Here I am. Super secret stream number 12. Okay, before I do anything, I'm pushing the OBS window to my right monitor, and then I'm going to go ahead and load, go to the deal, go to the link, then load. Okay, to the deal. The deal is here. Awesome sauce. And let me refresh my stream. Refresh restream. Let's go to the chat just in case somebody wants to jump in. And there we go. Okay, I'm gonna leave that up there. And already got. Okay. Wait. Wait. Let's go to restream. Let's move this aside, just aside, so I can see the chat. And let's go to x.com. Actually, you know what? Notifications. I have 2 notifications. Like 2 of my posts. That's great. I'm glad a couple of people like my posts, which means my streams. Now, give me a sec here. I'll turn on the desktop here in just a moment. Let's go to my profile. Edit profile. Explain until it's reviewed. Oh, that's weird. Okay, that's all right. Um. Oh. Website. Well, I do have a website, but I haven't updated it in ages, and I almost want to make it into a landing page, but I'll have to be able to access it like through FTP or something. FileZilla, if they should have a Linux version of FileZilla somewhere, I think. Uh, expanded bio. This is my expanded bio. I'm just gonna save it, and we're gonna see what happens to my profile. All right. This is my expanded bio. Okay. Edit profile. Ultra Republican, straight white male, in that order. Is there what else is in here? Expanded bio, website, that's it. Uh, Here, let me take out a few things here. Straight white male, that's fine. 90s. Game dev. Okay, so where's my YouTube? Let's see, where's my YouTube? Hold on. Your videos, your movies. That's not it. Um, Hold on a sec. Um, your channel, open a new tab. My channel. Copy. Let's go back to my X profile. Paste. Oh, I hit the... Okay, I can just leave that there. uh, yeah. I'm not gonna worry about it that much, but here, at least my YouTube channel is in X now. So, anyways, let's post. Redot at Redot engine. Super stream 12 live YouTube and Rumble. Okay, we're just posting to everyone. Okay, and that's really all I wanted to do. Oh yeah, I know you're not seeing it, so don't worry about it. Stream live. Oh, see? Good. There we go. And let's go into... There we go. Only a few people. Uh, and all the super secret stream just means I am not posting links everywhere. I did do it in a couple places, but I'm not doing like all over the place. Okay, so let's go back to Restream. Let me go ahead and refresh. And let me hit the chat again. Right? Nobody chatting in here, right? Yep. Okay. All right. So, let's get on with it. Okay, here we go. Now live. Okay. All super secret streaming means is I'm just not advertising it like everywhere, and it goes on for however long I want it to go on, and it's not at a certain time. So Dad just happened to go to bed early tonight, and I just happened to finish the kitchen at 9, so I was able to start this. Okay, so here is the problem. Let's go ahead and ID string and desc string, right? ID string. Door to sky. Creating door to sky. Door to 005 sky spec strings. Creating door name. Okay, so what's the door name? Door to destination string. Oh, so this should actually be ID string, like so. Okay, so we're gonna start with that, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go and let's go to dev stuff, let's go to Redot, let's go to projects, let's go to channel lands, let's open rooms in a new tab, let's open backup in a new tab, and then for rooms, what? Why am I getting these weird extra deals here for? Why is it acting all strange? Here, Control A, 100 items. Oh, the 100 items is because of the meta tags. Alright, let's delete the tags. Okay, that's alright. Control A, there's 94 items, that's correct. And we're in rooms, right? Okay, let's go to backup. Let's copy the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Copy. I'm going to paste. We are going to replace all of them. Then we are going to go ahead and reload save scene. We're going to clear that out. And then we're going to go to 2D map and we're going to save room data. What's the deal? Name dot is empty. I mean, this is correct. Oh, right. Door. Oh, no, it's still doing that. Why is it still doing that? Doggone it. Clear that out. Actually, let's do the thing where I delete, because I bet it's working okay. Okay. Scene, reload, save scene. Reload, save scene. I don't get why it's doing that. Alright. Let's do this again. Are we in rooms? We're in rooms. Okay, good. Paste, apply, replace, tab, delete, okay, S, scene, reload, saved scene. Okay, that's normal. I'm gonna clear that out again. I don't know why it's doing this though. Has to do with when I save it though. So let's see, save. It has to do with something to do with it loading. Why is it doing with the loading? Name dot empty is true. Doggone. Door to destination string. Let's create doors from specs. And I'm going to comment this out, save it. In fact, I want to do this again. delete, Control S, and then I'm going to go and we're still in rooms. I'm going to paste, replace. Everything is like it was supposed to be. Okay, that's good. And here, let's go ahead, scene, reload, save scene. Let's clear that out. Let's go ahead and go to the 2D map thing here, and let's go to save room data, which won't do the door thing. Okay, so let's go in and let's go ahead and check out this again. Door to Enchanted Lands. Choice, destination. So somewhere, something's screwing up in the loading code somewhere. Something's screwing up the loading code. What's it screwing up in the loading code? Okay. Wait. So after I did this, these have not changed, right? This is still correct. Destination is still correct, and door 2 is, and everything is still correct, right? Label Enchanted Lands. Okay, that's fine. If everything is still correct, that means it's not saving that incorrectly. It means that when I mess with the loading code, it screwed up the loading code. Okay, so fine. Well, let's go to the script. Let's go to editor map. Let's go to room. Okay. That's this thing. I can't tell where room data saved for. That's the save code, not the load code. All this is doing is adding the thing to the deals here. So why is okay? That's save. Create. See, look, create doors from specs. Right? It's not running create doors from specs. Save room data for room. That's actually saving the data. Room.id, room.origin, room.label, room.description. Label. Room.label. That's just a save though, that's not a loading. Load all rooms. Okay, let's go to this one. Okay. Okay, so what's the problem here? For door in room dot guilt children, doors door dot owner, editor map itself, setup visuals. I'm doing something somewhere that I'm not supposed to be doing. I don't get it. Extract file name from room. Okay, that's fine. Prefix plus description name plus suffix. Oh, this is not being used all anyways, so what's going on here? Load data from JSON. Set room properties. Why is it door to? I need to find all the places where I'm doing door to something. Door to destination. Did I have an earlier version that I kind of screwed up? Okay, let's see something here. Where are we at? This is load data from JSON. Okay. Okay, so this is where it's doing it. So somehow I screwed up. Actually, it doesn't look like anything else is screwing up. It looks like it's working fine, or at least what that had something to do with when I edited this and messed with this and changed it. When I changed the file name thing, I think I screwed it up that way. So I'm pretty sure that this is the reason that it's there. Let's see if I can go to. I'll do it in browser. Here, let's see something here. Actually, let's extract this out. And okay, good. Now let's go to just really it's just oh come on. Hold on. Back to GitHub. Gone ya. Okay, let's go to my channel lands thing. Let's go to scripts and let's look at editor map. No, room. Set ID. Okay, this is probably going to be the newer thing, so I probably need to check this out. This says plus dest. Okay, so what I need is I need the history of the script. Can I get to... Okay, history is right here. Added code to modify ID. Added save ability and ability to modify the description. Change new rooms to rooms. Updated code to load. Can now save room positions. That's fine. Okay, we'll go to there. That's all right. Um, wait. Wait. Let me find the right thing here. Commits. That's not what I want. Oh, I guess that is what I want, isn't it? History. That's fine. What? Oh, changes. Okay. Six files change, editor map dot gd. Okay. New file. Okay, there we go. This is all I wanted to do. Uh, okay, create new file. No, not editor map. Doggone ya. Room. Editor map. There we go. Room. That's what I want to look at. New file. Okay, load from JSON. Oh, to Pascal's. Oh, I see. I see what I did. So this is actually just when I was doing the thing of like doing the renaming and whatever, and I was not going to use this Pascal case anymore because it's a different way of doing it. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Hey, Crasher Hole. Oh, it would be night for you. Yeah, it's 9:30 in the evening. Wait, I'll come back in 10 minutes. I gotta finish my breakfast. Okay, no problem, dude. I am just fixing a bug here. Fixing a bug. Um. Okay, so that's actually pretty easy to fix. So door two, but it's not destination. It's you have to extract the door name. So and what we want is we want des substring. Oop, I wonder how I did that. Substring 4. I think that's what we want. And then all I have to do now is here, I'm going to go ahead and I don't have to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to save that. I'm going to reload save scene. Now it's where it's supposed to be. Door to drag him out. Door to caves to drag him out is the ID. 004 caves of drag him out. And everything's working right. Now I have to go back and see if I can fix the save part of it. The door save part. Enchanted Lands. It doesn't matter. Enchanted Lands 1, it really doesn't matter here. Hebert home, destination, Hebert home, and the semicolon's in there on purpose, right? Spec string. So now let's go into here. And honestly, I can remove, I'm going to go ahead and remove extract. I'm going to remove this. I think it's okay to do that. Okay. So now let's go back to this. Now, create doors. Create doors from specs. Okay, so we go to doors. We clear them out. We're removing that. Removing the door. Okay, so this is where I did still have a problem here. Okay, so we're removing all the doors here. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm moving, and I'm not sure how it works. You know, usually the whole thing about being by there we go. Okay, let's go into here. Super secret stream number 12. Now live. Just wondering how is Redot performing. Okay, and let me go ahead and Okay. What was the last thing I said? Okay, don't worry about that. That's cool. Okay, so let's go back up to Greggy's. Um, okay, so basically what I had to do is I had to remove the doors. So I put the doors array, I saved the doors array to another variable, and then I cleared the room, the doors array, and then I went through the rest of the doors and removing the doors if they're in there. Then we run through the door specs and we go through all of them to create new doors. Okay, so if the semicolon isn't here, then that means not to create the door. So anytime the thing is removed, don't create it. Okay, and then what it does is it splits this, and it splits it with a comma and a space because right now there's only two, and usually I put a space after a comma anyways, and so this will work for any of them. Although these are specific to the string. Right now, the choice string starts with ch:\space, and that's 4 characters, and destination:\space, and that's 6 characters. So I'm doing a little jiggering here. Okay, so then we take the destination substring, or the destination string here, and then we okay, so why don't I do the thing where I don't want to remove these just yet. So let's go ahead and I want to comment them out. You guys so totally need a block comment thing. And I want to comment out I want to actually cut these. We could create the doors. I don't care if the doors are created, but we're not going to add them to the array nor to the. And I'll just leave that just in case I need to figure out what it's doing. Let's take the print out. Let's take this print out. And let's go ahead and print. So, and I don't care if they're double printing here. We're going to isolate. Okay, so we're going to isolate. In fact, what we can do here is we can do /n, I think, and I can put /n ahead of here, and that way it'll separate it by a space also. Okay, so when I hit save, it shouldn't do anything to the doors. They should be the same that they always were. And right now I'm just going to check and make sure that all of my strings are correct before actually, adding the doors and stuff. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to just run it. I'm just going to hit save, and we're going to see the output it outputs. So if I do that, okay. All right, so it does that. Okay, semicolon, no semicolon found, skipping door creation. Thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it did the skip. Okay, so let's go back into the script. And let's actually print we're actually going to print down here. I don't need an else, or I can do an else, can I? Let's do it. I'll do an else. Else print semicolon found. Um, okay. Semicolon found. Proceeding to door creation. Like so. Okay. Now, all I want to do here is I'm going to hit save again. And now what it should do is it should say found proceeding to door creation. And it does that. So now I know that each of those are running properly. Okay. So next thing I want to do. Here. Let's do it after the tokens. Let's do it in here for each of the door specs. And all I want to do is print choice string equals plus choice string plus comma space dest string equals plus dest string plus door name. Door name. Door name. Oh, ID string equals. Okay. Right. The ID is actually the door name. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Whoops. Let me go. Okay, so let me check it. We're in rooms, and this should be the correct room still. ID is door 2 plus the name and underline. The destination is the actual room ID. Okay, that's room ID. This is door ID. Door ID is always door 2, the name with the underscores in it. Okay, got it. So, destination string equals. Okay. ID string equals. Okay. And door name is destination string. Wait a second. All right, let's go to my door thing here. Door name, ID. Okay, I see, because I don't actually have a label, which is the actual name, is like a display name, is the label in a room. But here is just the actual name of the node, door name. Okay. Huh. Okay. That's it. You're locked in. Oh, cool. I'm trying to fix a bug in the creation stuff. Cause see, basically, okay, so you aren't even seeing the messages. Yeah, I'm seeing your messages. My audio's on, right? Yep, it's on. So yeah, I'm seeing your messages and everything. So, I mean, you can hear me, right? Hopefully, you can hear me. Here, I'll go ahead and type into the chat. Um, yes, I'm seeing your messages and answering you on stream. So if you don't have headphones in headphones or speakers plugged in, you won't hear my answer. Um, yeah, pretty good. Oh, okay, okay, that's good. I mean, I don't mind actually answering in the chat if you like if you want to take off your headphones or you turn off your speakers or whatever, because half the time that's what I do sometimes too. Well, I don't actually when I go into a live stream, I actually listen to it, so that's usually what I do, even if I don't watch it sometimes. But I'm just saying, if you wanted to, if you're just kind of curious at what's going on, but you're like listening to music or something, then I can I can respond. Of course, you won't really know what's going on because other than what you see on the screen. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so the door name is the actual node name. Okay, I get it. Because I didn't actually put a name. Now the ID, of course, is ident, and that's just simply door to somewhere, and that's technically that's also the name. So I don't know. It's a little bit redundant, I guess, but I should make sure that I do this correctly. So, okay. So we'll do door name equals plus door name. That and oh, what? What's wrong? What did I do wrong? Door name not declared in current scope. Oh, door 2. Door name. Oh, and I also see what the problem is there too. And actually, it's not the real problem. It's just that this is the name, and the name should actually match the ID string. In fact, I don't probably need this here, so let's do that. And instead of door name, let's go ahead and put ID string as the name, because really they're the same anyways, at least at this point. But the node name is the actual like JD like the Redot node. It's a node 2D, right? So that's the actual name. Okay, and then of course I don't need the door name part here. Anyways, like that. And then what I might want to do is the ID string though. So let's put the ID string first. So we're gonna go. Why did they do that? ID string equals plus ID string plus comma space like that, and that should work. And what's the warning? New door is not being used. Yeah, just because I'm not using it right now, which is not a problem. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove the rooms kind of on purpose because I just want to start with a clean slate. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong. My college is starting next week. No, what's your college starting next month? Some sort of game dev course. And if I don't look at the camera, it's because I'm looking at the chat. so, so no. What is your college starting next month? Okay, let's see here. So I did that. I'm actually going to let's see if I can still paste. Okay, copy from rooms back up and copy it into rooms. Paste, apply, replace. Okay, I'm just making sure everything is copacetic. Then let's make sure that it's saved. Let's reload save scene. Okay, everything is good. This looks good. That looks good. Let's go ahead and clear this out, the output on purpose, because I am checking the save data. It's kind of coding course. Yeah, but what are they using? What kind of language or what kind of system are they using? Okay, save room data. Name that is empty is true. I still don't know where that's coming from though. It'll help me in my game dev too. Yep. Yep, and you can pretty much like learn almost any language and it'll carry over to other languages because they all kind of use the same kind of basic like ECMA script or something, which is what most of the programming languages are kind of built around now. I don't know why name that is empty is true. Why is it empty? Room viewer. Script. So why is the name empty? Okay, let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna save it. I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna delete these kind of on purpose. Okay. Control S, reload save scene, which is fine. Clear that out. Make sure that paste, apply all the actions, replace. So then let's go ahead and reload save scene. Okay, that's good. Let's clear that out. Let's go to 2D map. Let's go to save room data. I want to see if that error still pops up. It shouldn't pop up if all I'm doing is pasting, printing text. So someone told me that college and university are different in foreign, but they are the same in India. So I'm starting my uni from next month. I'll have many languages, which would be through in 6 semesters. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So in reality, you just kind of need to learn one to kind of know almost all the others. There's like different kinds of families, I guess, of certain things. It's like Python versus C or C++ or C sharp or whatever. You know, so there's only a few. There's like Lua and anything based on something like Lua, and then yeah, it's like Lua, Python, and then anything that's based on C style languages. Anyways, so when I hit save, it should just print out the data and not have a names empty thing, I think. Okay? Okay. ID string door to sky, choice string equals 1, destination string equals 005 sky. And that is correct. So all these are correct. Now, I'm going to go back. Let's see here. All right, so if I have this new door thing, then it says name is empty. I'm not sure why it does that. Now, let's see if I can just create it directly without going through all the rigmarole here. So I go in here, I hit save room data, and I get this name is empty is true. And I'm not sure why the name would be empty. Looks like you're having some trouble with your program. Yeah, I am. Of course, it's known as Bachelor of Computer Applications. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, in here, um, here in the U.S., we it's just college. They're colleges. Sometimes the name has university on, like Oregon State University or Florida State University. Um, and in places like the UK, university is synonymous with college. It's just a college. It's just what they call college. So I don't know if I don't know about India if they just use them interchangeably maybe in India. Um, and it just kind of depends. It's kind of arbitrary here in the U.S. So some of them are called colleges and some of them are called universities. But it's all going to college. And usually, if you say you're going to university, I know pretty much it means you're going to college. It's the same thing, really. Um, but yeah, I am having some weird name is empty thing, and that has something to do with creating a door. Static function create new door equals door.new id equals ident choice equals ch destination equals dest and new door dot name equals, and it's a node, so why is, maybe I should ask Grok. I should go ahead and ask Grok. So let me pull up El Graco. Let's see here. That is GitHub. This is that's Restream. I guess let's go into the GitHub window. This one. And let's go ahead and let's go to Grok here. And I'm going to try to continue my last conversation, which is this one. And hopefully, okay. So almost everything is working, but I'm having a bug. A problem with some code. Okay, I'll let it respond. And we'll see what we got. Yeah, and yeah, it's the evening, so I don't always do these. I call them super secret stream because there's no set time, there's no set time limit. I usually have to be in bed before midnight, so I'll turn this off at around 11 or something, or it kind of depends on how quickly I can get this done. Create door from specs. This I'll let it go because the last time I tried to stop it, it kind of messed things up. That's not the problem. No, let me explain it to you with some code and an error message. Okay. Let me go ahead and pull up the code. Let's go ahead and select all, copy. This is my door class. Descendant from node. Shift enter. Okay. Here is the code that uses it. Okay, so let's go into editor map and let's go ahead and actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and Control C and let's open this up and let's Control V so I can just take a few of these things out. So I'm gonna take this out. Print. I'm gonna take this out, this out, and for token, and for door spec, and we're gonna leave that in func. Okay. Here's the code that uses it. Okay. Oop. Control V. Okay. Shift enter. And the error I'm getting is this. This node problem. I realize this is node.cpp, which I don't have the source for right now, but it has something to do with the name field. I guess I'm using it wrong or something. Let's see what it pops up. Changes made. And that's fine. I'll do the changes made, but I want to okay. Let's see. The error you're encountering in Redot occurs when trying to add a node, in this case a door, to the scene tree. Well, I'm not adding it to the tree though. That's the point. The point is I'm not adding it to the tree. So I'll have to see. You're creating a door node using door create. Okay, I'm not. That's the name of the new door, which is in this case is ID string. However, the issue arises because ID string might be empty or invalid at the point of creation. Let's break down the logic. Parsing door spec. You're splitting door spec into tokens and setting the ID string, choice string, and destination string. ID string you set ID string as door2. This is inside a for token and tokens loop. The door creation is also inside this loop. Calls happens for each token. Oh. Something I should have probably been able to see, but let's check it out here. Oh, of course. So that means that we're not going to worry about that right now because we're not going to worry about the door name right now. What we are going to do though, however, is I probably at one time had it in the proper place. So now what should happen when I do it, let's clear this out. In fact, it shouldn't be a problem because I'm not really modifying anything. I'm just displaying something. Let's go over here. Let's hit save room data. Okay, and then ID string, door to sky, choice string, destination string. Yes. Okay, so Error was my indent level. This is why I don't like Python-based languages, because with C, C++, C Sharp, I could simply put it in a block and know exactly. It's not now. It's know exactly what code belongs to what. In this case, I might have to do a trick that sort of makes it look like C. It's GD script is Godot is the scripting language for Godot that is based on Python. So it's kind of I don't know if you could say it's mostly Python, but you know, of course it has all the objects and stuff specific to games. And Redot 4.3 is just a fork of Godot 4.3, so it's exactly the same. But yes, GD script is based on Python, so, and I don't really like. That's why I don't like it that much. I mean, at least I'll probably get used to it the more I use it, but I still prefer the C style where you have the you have like the curly brackets that indicate what blocks. You have the semicolon that indicates the end of the line, so that way you can put code on different lines without any problems with the indenting. And if you wanted to in C, and C Sharp, you could put everything like all in one line. You know, as long as they had like the semicolons for specific statements. I mean, you could literally do that. Not that you would, but I'm just saying that you have the flexibility to do that. So, in a way, via comments, I'll sometimes put a and where they would normally be in a C style program. And then and that way I can identify different blocks of code. I can put, if I want to, I'm pretty sure I can put semicolons, but they don't do anything. And semicolons are pretty useful in C style, yeah. But semicolons are useful in C style programming because it's the end of a statement. So you could have a statement with multiple lines, and you could put them any way that you want to put them, and then that way you can format it any way you want to format it, and it doesn't wreck it if you do that. If you don't have the indents the way that it wants. I completely understand your frustration with the indentation issue in GDScript, which, like Python, relies on indentation to define code blocks rather than explicit braces, as in C/C++/C Sharp. The error in create doors from specs was indeed due to incorrect indentation placed in door creation and logic inside. So your trick of using comments to visually mark blocks, mimicking C-style braces, is a clever workaround to make the code structure clearer, especially since GDScript doesn't use braces. Help you keep track of blocks. So I could actually just start doing that with everything. You know, somebody looking at it might go, "Oh, you're just trying to make it look like C, you know, or C++ or whatever." And I'd be like, "Yeah, I am, kind of." So my big error was that this was running each time I was running through the tokens, because really I'm just trying to split this up. So so that I can extract the relevant data when I create my door. So in this case, just to show you what I mean. Now I can do it on the indentation line, but when I'm programming in C, C++, or C Sharp, I usually do the thing where the opening curly bracket is right under the statement above, and then the closing is right after, so that it forms a block. So visually, I can just scan the code, and then I can instantly see where it's going. So I do this, and I can start doing this on every one. I can do it. Now this deal with like 2 lines here, I don't strictly need to do that here because it's pretty obvious that these two are what they are, and I don't have a problem. But if I have more than a few lines that I need to make sure that these code blocks are in the right place, so that's what I'd also do with this for loop here, the big for loop for the door specs. So if I do that and I do that and I go down to where's the end for here, and we're gonna put an extra space there. Well, actually, that's the end for. I could still do it though this way, so that this way, this actually tells me what it is, and this actually just replicates the block here. So something like that, and then end function. Although I don't really actually need it in for. In fact, actually, if I do it like C, what I do is I do this, end for door spec, like that, because I put a couple of slash braces in an actual C program, C++, C# program. So I do it like this, and now it's like, right? And then I could also do it. What I did here is I did begin and end because that's Pascal style. But in reality, I can do that. Oh, no, I don't need to do that though. And down here, end func. So this would be like that, and then this would be like like end func, that. And so now it kind of looks C-ish a little bit, but now I can scan down the code and I can go, hey, in fact, I can remove extra white space because, well, except for this, because this has a text here. So I always put a line if there's like a long thing of text and there's actually code in front of it. But, so yeah. In fact, I think I'm going to start doing this as a habit. I'm going to make it a habit to start doing it this ways. Okay, so now that I've got the things correct, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this out like that. I'm going to do my thing, even though I don't strictly need to do it, but I am going to do it anyways. Oops. Door. That way, yeah. And I can, on an if statement, I can actually put like the parentheses there. It lets me do that. For loops, they don't let me do that, which is weird. Pardon me. I guess it's because an if statement sometimes you need to group stuff with the parentheses, but I should be able to do that with some of these other things. But that's just that's still the Python thing there. Okay, so door and doors is actually now this removes the doors, and then if the new door is correct, then we add if new door. In fact, let's just do the thing here too for myself, and I won't. It's only 2 lines. I don't need to add extra like comments for like any extra block comments in here. So there we go. So now I should try to run it again, and all it should do is essentially delete, re-add the doors, and it should look correct in the JSON file. So this is a doors file right here, and it should still look exactly like this when I get done. So let's go ahead and check it out. Let's go ahead and save room data. Here, let's clear this. Let's save room data. Semicolon found preceding the door creation. Okay, that's just printing stuff. And this looks fine. And actually, I'm not sure if it's... I might need to add... Let's see. I'm not already adding to it, so maybe I shouldn't need to do that. So let's just open this up again. Let's go ahead and reload and see if it screwed up. Origin channel lens 1, choice 1, 000, channel lens 1. That looks fine to me. So, that being the case, let's go ahead and here and why does okay. I can't paste that again. Let's go back to rooms backup. Let's go back to copy. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to paste, apply, replace. Okay. Let's go back into here. Let's go scene. Wait, let's go ahead and... I don't need to do this, but I'm going to do this anyways. Delete. Okay. We're going to clear this out. We're going to reload, save scene. Nope, cancel. I got to save the scene first. Now we're going to reload, save scene. Okay, no errors. It looks good. We're going to clear that out. I'm going to go to 2D, or my already 2D. Let's go ahead and just save room data. Boom. Okay. All right. Now, again, we'll go to rooms. Okay. Changed on disk. Reload. And it looks like everything is working like it's supposed to. Close without saving. That's all that's about. Okay. So, it looks like everything is working like it's supposed to work now. Hopefully. Enchanted Lands. Now, here's going to be the thing. The thing is, I'm going to create a new door. And I'm going to save it, and it should work fine. And I don't need to do anything in here. I don't need to reload or anything like that. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put it in ch:2, comma, des, space, 999 tests 1. Okay, 999 test. How about that? And then semicolon. Enter. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Save. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, there it. No. No. Yes. Yes. Okay, for some reason, though, it's not re-adding it to here, and I think I need to do some code to do that, because I just saved it. And it's probably fine, because I can probably, if I open this up, second door is in there. Door to test, choice is 2, destination is 999-_test. And it's adding the semicolon. It's not supposed to be adding the semicolon to the file. Okay, so... Alright, it added semicolon in here too. So I'm gonna have to change that. I didn't actually notice that in there. So let's go back to script, And it's not that big of a deal. Let's say, let's go to, is it in room? Where? Okay, so that's a semicolon there. Um, okay, so somehow in the save thing, um, okay, it's got to be in the save part here. I'm somehow split. Let's see what we got here. Destination string, substring 6. And we want to start at 6, which is correct. And what we want is, let me think for a sec. No, that's right. Token substring 6. Okay. Comma. Token dot length -1. So that way it doesn't save the semicolon in the JSON file. And honestly, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and put the semicolon, but that's just for the specs thing. And we're going to save that. Then we're going to go back here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to say save room data. Okay. And it should be pretty much the same. And what I want to do now is I want to check this. And why is it still putting that? Okay. Let's do the thing here. Paste, apply, replace. So. All right, let's just delete everything. Delete. Okay. And let's go ahead and save this. And let's go ahead and scene, reload save scene, which is fine. And then I don't care if it's not in there. I have to see if I can. Okay, so all I should do is save. Destination string still. Why is the destination string still that though? Okay. Okay, why is it still saving the semicolon? It should not save the semicolon. Why is it saving the semicolon? Okay, let's go back in here. Oh, I have to do the thing here, don't I? -6, -1. Total length. And that's the reason the reason I put the numbers here instead of saying 5 or 7. I did it because you have to, the total number of characters minus the starting number of characters, and but then also -1, which is the destination string. So Control S to save that. Let's go to the 2D workspace. Let's go ahead and save data again. Here, let's do it for one more time for. Okay. Oh, and now it's not there. Okay, so let's see if it's not there now. Now it's working like it's supposed to. there's no semicolon in the thing. So now the next thing is to save it, which the saving was actually working correctly. So let's just do it on the last one. Let's go to the last one and let's add it here. ch:2, comma, dest, colon, actually, you know what I could do? I could do this. It doesn't really matter because I'm doing this by amount of numbers. So, test 1. Okay, enter. Save room data. Boom. Okay. Open up. Drag them out. That did not work the way it was supposed to. Why in the heck did it do that? Order channel ends 1. Nothing funky there. Hebert home. Well, what? Alright. It's still a problem. Ticks me off, but there's still a problem. ID string is door to SK. Door to SK. Oh, I don't need that. Okay, so I think I know what's wrong here. The ID string doesn't need the -1 anymore. Why? Because now it's taken out of it's actually taken out of the destination string now. So let's go ahead and all right. And let's go ahead and make sure this has a semicolon here. And let's go to 2D. Let's go ahead and save room data again. Okay. What? Test 1. Why? Tortoise. Why is it doing it? The destination. The destination should be before the ID, I think. Script. Destination is before the ID. Oh. And that's not right. Why is that not right? What is the problem? 6x test 1 semicolon. Okay, let's try this again. And I don't know why it's acting all funky. Anyways. I could go character by character and just do it that ways. And maybe I should have Grok do it just so I don't have to screw around with it. Instead of splitting it into tokens. Okay, so there's not supposed to be any spaces in there, so I can worry about that. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can just get Grok to do this for me because I'm getting tired of kind of messing around. Okay, so things are sort of working. I have a different problem. I wonder if you would mind. This is not a person, but that's the way I talk to it sometimes. Uh, Writing me some code, given some example code, and what I want to do with it. I had entrance exam of my college, and it has a question of logical reasoning. Want to try it? Um, not right now. Not right now. It's just um, I got kind of limited time tonight. It's 10:30, and I got a little bit of time, but I gotta finish this and get this working. So uh, I can't, unless it's like a single question or two question deal or something. I gotta work on some stuff. So here's the code. Instead of tokenizing the string, can you write code to go character by character? Um, and extract the value after ch colon space, and then the value after colon space dest colon space. No, yeah, is that the way? That's the way I do it, right? Yeah, colon space. And actually, that is the way I do it, right? Comma space dest colon space. And actually, well, all right. Um, and not include the end semicolon. Semicolon. Yeah, we can try. We can try it later. Maybe when I'm not kind of pressed. It's not like I'm pressed. It's just I need to get this done. Some of this done. The reason there's not a lot of people coming in here or watching my videos is because the progress is pretty slow. I think people really like to see progress, even if it doesn't have like fancy graphics and stuff. Although I do notice that the thumbnail with the 3D objects in the background of the text behind the text seems to draw in a lot of people. So I might try to juice up some of this game stuff here with just I don't know random what configurations or random images or something. But anyways, not include semicolon at the end of a string like so. Enter. Copy. Paste. Um, I can formulate the ID string. I can formulate ID string myself afterward. Okay, I'm gonna let it do it, and hopefully it'll just work. Because I'm kind of tired. You can do, I forget, you can iterate through each character in a string, you know, for C character and string or whatever, when I parse the door spec string character by character. Okay. Extract the values, excluding the trailing semicolon, instead of using split and tokenizing. You'll handle ID string yourself afterward. Let's write code. Do this in GD script for your. Here's character by character parsing solution to replace tokenizing approach. And okay. Yeah. So I'll just go ahead and copy this. Actually, what I will do first is, I guess I'm going to do the block commenting because of okay. Choice string I length. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and block comment. That, and then I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and I'm just going to place it in here. And choice string and destination string. We'll just take that out, and then this here will tab in. And tab in. Right? And then Control S. Okay. So, and I'm just going to see if it works. So what I'm going to do here is we are going to remove these. Delete. Okay. We're going to make sure and copy okay, fine. Copy, paste, apply, replace. Okay, like this. And we are going to go ahead and we can comment this out too, because I'll go back to fixing that afterwards. Oh. That. And then, so now I can just, and it doesn't matter what it is or what it isn't. We're just going to do it this ways. Control save. Scene, reload save scene. Clear that out. Go to 2D. Go to save room data. And we are going to choice string is 1, destination string is the correct number. Okay. And then I'm going to base the substring on the number of characters for ID string. So, okay. I don't care here, and this is fine. I'll decide to format it later if I want to, but we're going to say ID string equals dest string, and all we want is we want 4 characters, right? So we want to start at 4. No, substring 4. And we don't need a length because it'll do the whole thing. Okay? So let's go to 2D workspace, save room data, and let's just go back up here. Icing your sky. Okay. And then what we do in the script is we say equals door to, like that, plus substring, like so. Oop. I don't know what Control D does. Anybody know what Control D does? Okay, hopefully Control S is fine. Let's go into it again and save data again. Okay. Door to sky, sky. Everything is cool. Now let's just add the doors and well, I could have left that in there. I could have removed those, but I didn't. But that's okay. Okay. All right. Now, that means that these don't have doors in them, which is all right. Paste, replace, scene, reload, save scene. Okay. So, and let's go ahead to Caves of Dragon Mount, the last one. Array size. Okay, that's good. Now, ch colon space 2 comma test colon space xx dot test semicolon enter. And we go ahead and go to 2D, we go to save room data, and door to sky, that's fine. Door to test, that's fine. Let's go into Caves of Dragon Mount and to rooms. And now we have door to sky, which is choice 1, and we got door to test, which is finally got it working. And that's so good to have Grok just do it for me. I'm looking for a result. I'm not really looking for I'm not trying to learn programming or learn GD script through this. So now, if I save room data again, and we're in rooms. Okay, go ahead and reload. Caves of Dragon Mount, door to sky, sky, tests. Everything's working like it's supposed to. How about that? All right. I can almost be done now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the thing where I take, where is, okay, Caves of Dragon Mount. Now here, all I'm going to do is, now I'm not really actually done yet. The saving part works. Now I need to go in and replace, they're supposed to be removed though. So I'm not sure why. I've got to check add to editor map, but first off, we got this, and now if I save it, now what should happen is See, it skipped. Now, if I go into it, now that second door is gone, which is what we want. Okay, that's fine. Now, the only other thing here is room.doors. Now I gotta see how come. Let's just go ahead and take these out and take this out like that. Okay. Okay. So the two things are, the one thing is, now of course this is still gonna have just the one door. That's fine. However, it's not reflected in here, so it's not been updated. So I'm gonna have to loop through all the children in rooms, remove them, and re-add them. Okay, let's go to add map, add room to editor map. Rooms.add child tree. Door in room.get children. Okay, so one of the deals is somehow rooms add child, rooms remove, rooms dot. Let me think for a second. I should be able to access rooms because it's a class level uh deal. So room.doors. Rooms.add child room. Okay, so something is still not doing like I expect it to. Because I expect it to update the editor map. Because presumably alright. Um Wait, let's remove the tokenized. Whoop. Let's remove this tokenized thing here. So so. If door spec begins with ch, okay, I equals 4. Skip it. Okay, choice string equals blank. While I is less than length and door spec I does not equal comma, choice string plus equals door spec I plus equals 1, and then it keeps going until it hits the comma. Then we skip the comma by adding 1 to the index. Then door spec substring I Oh, so it does it from the I position, which now should be after. Oh, I see, because it starts with a space. That's all right. Okay, so it starts after the comma. So then it copies all the text after the comma, and then we say if it begins with destination there, I plus equals 7. We're skipping the right. We're skipping those deals there. I plus equals 7. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? Skip past that. Destination string, while I is less than length and door spec I does not equal semicolon. Okay, that works. Okay, so now the problem I'm still having here is that's not updating. Okay, select all, copy, and I'm gonna have to ask Rock again. Character by character parsing includes okay. Okay, so here's the deal. Everything works. It saves new doors. It removes doors that don't have a. However, it doesn't seem to change the actual tree, the actual rooms on the scene tree to reflect the new doors, even though it should have done so when I added the rooms. Here's the editor map code movie. So let's see now if it can come up with this. See, now it's getting kind of late. It's always that last little thing. There's always like the one little bug. Like you have almost everything working, and then this one thing. Why the scene tree isn't updating. How Redot's editor handles scene tree updates for nodes added dynamically in its tool script. Here's a breakdown. It removes existing door node from the room using remove_child door and door.queueFree, then clears the room doors array. It parses door specs, create new door nodes with create, adds them to the room and to the doors array. But after create doors from specs run, save data from room, saves the updated doors array to JSON, which works fine. Problem: while room.add child new door adds the door nodes to the room in memory, These nodes aren't properly registered in the editor scene tree because of their owner property isn't set to the edited scene root. Oh, so set to the edited scene root get tree. Okay. Just because in the scene tree to be visible. That's why the doors appear in the JSON but not in the editor scene tree. They're added in the room but not owned by the scene, so they're not part of the editor's view of the scene tree. In add editor room, you set owner for the rooms and their existing doors. This ensures the rooms and their initial doors are visible. However, doesn't set the owner. Okay. So I can just, honestly, I can kind of do, I can actually copy this. Fix, okay. Make the new doors visible. You need to set their owner property to the edited scene root, just like you do in edit. You can do this. Here's the updated door create new road owner. Okay. I don't strictly need the printing here, but it's right. So what I need to do is I need to do owner, and then I guess I need to go ahead and update the. I also need to update the specs array for each room. So I'll do that in a second. Uh, New door owner, and that should work fine. So, and then okay. Why is it adding all those Jordan Chandler's one? Don't really test. All right. And new door. Room to add child new door. New door to owner got get tree. All right, fine. Copy, create. So script. It's okay. It doesn't need that. All right. Let's go ahead and remove these. Okay. Save and reload. Save scene. Okay, that's in there. Oh, where's the error? What error are we getting? What's the error we're getting? Where is the dang error? Oh. Okay, clear that. Control S. Here, we're going to do the same thing again. Just fine. Reload, save scene. Reload, save scene. Okay, let's clear that. Then let's go to the 2D map. And let's go to we're going to go in here. And we're going to do this. Enter. We're going to do save room data. Why does it do that? Do I want to solve this myself? What's the deal? Removing doesn't seem to remove it. Okay. Copy. Oh, this is getting so annoying. Okay, so not actually removing the old doors from the scene tree, and the new ones aren't showing the actual door names. It's showing like at node at 6649. And actually, it's okay. Two issues you're facing in your scene tree. It's probably not working just because of the way I did it. Oh, I probably have to do the duplicate thing because it's by reference. Okay. Because it's still doing it by reference. I understand why the problem's still there. Copy the door. You're copying clearing room doors and then iterating over the doors. Copy to remove. Avoid issues with modifying the rate during iteration. It's possible to remove child calls and fully removing the node from the scene tree in that because the node's owner or editor state isn't being updated. Editor scene tree persistence. The Redot's editor nodes that have been added to the scene tree with an owner can persist in the editor's view even after remove child and queue free, especially if the scene hasn't been refreshed or if the editor holds a reference to the node. Timing issue. Queue free schedules the node for deletion at the end of the frame, but the editor might not immediately update the scene tree to reflect this. To remove old doors, to ensure old doors are removed from the scene tree, explicitly set the owner to null before removing the node. which helps the owner recognize the node is no longer part of the scene. Force a scene tree update by removing the nodes or ensure the removal happens the way the editor acknowledges. Doors, duplicate, create a copy to avoid iteration issues. Clear for door in doors. Door and door.parent is equal to room. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this. Copy. And we're going to go up to Control V, Control S, and these need to be tabbed in. Wait a second here. Bar doors, room clear, 4. Delete. Okay. Reload. Save scene. Okay. Save scene. Okay. And then ch colon space 2 comma test 1 space x test semicolon enter 2D save room data. Oh, nice. Now, that being the case, let's go ahead and remove that. Enter. Save again. Door to test is gone. Looks like the initial, and then I also need to reload the specs back in after the doors are created. Code to duplicate, and then unset the owner seems to make everything work fine. I can add and remove via the save function, so I didn't have to do anything else. I think, though, that, okay, so before I do anything, Dorted Sky is gone, but the... Okay. I think I need to... Okay, so let's do this one more thing. Okay, so... I probably don't need those extra bars up there, but that is kind of okay. Um, let's do... N4 door spec. Oh, I don't have the N4 on there because... Alright, alright. Control C. It's kind of too bad it didn't put that on there like I wanted it to. And we can do that. And we can do this. And I got that. And here we can do the same thing. That. Alright. Here we'll go door spec. And for door spec. That way I can still see where it ends with where. Okay. Now right before that, where this has got to be indented in there. Uh, okay, so where is the part down here where we add... That's not it. Save room data for room. Door strings. String size, J-strings. Where is... Must be in room. Okay. I equals spec string. We'll just do that. Then we'll go to editor map here. We will okay. So we want to do this. Actually, we don't want to. Oh, maybe we do though. Okay. Door spec. We can say door spec equals spec string. But then this is choice string, destination string. string destinations. Well, this goes through door spec. Okay, we actually don't want to do this that way then. Or door in room dot doors. No, room dot door specs. No, I mean, not declared I, not declared in current scope. Oh, that's fine. Okay, spec string equals door dot and door dot destination. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this. Semicolon. Okay. 2D, say room data. Valid property or key dest. It's probably destination. Let's go back here. Let's hit it. Let's clear it. Let's hit it again. 6. Key door specs. Value of type string on a base object of type node 2D room. Where? Door specs. Okay, door specs is an array. Am I right? Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, yes. I just do. Right. Okay. Let's see if we can do this right. Um, dot door specs. Let's do it. Let's do it differently. Var door IDX equals 0. Var door spec IDX equals 0. We'll do it like that. 4. We do it. I in how do I do a for loop with a number? You know, for I equals 0, I is less than whatever, I plus plus. GD script for I in range. Start in step. Range, I see. Okay. For I in range. And I guess room dot doors dot length. Is that correct? Door not declared. Oh yeah. Okay. Bar door. No. Okay. Door equals room dot doors. I that. Okay. Sorry, I'm just kind of mumbling right now. I'm trying to get this last little bit here before I have to go to bed. Door equals room doors I. Okay. Room dot door specs I. Okay, I see. What this is what I'm gonna have to do. We're gonna assume 9. We're gonna assume nine possible choices, a max of 9. So I'm gonna do it like that, and then room doors I, and then okay. If door is equal to null, then how about is not equal? Is not equal to null. Okay, var spec string equals like that. Okay, and then we can say spec string equals that. We can say if door does not equal null, then we do this. Else, and that's supposed to be a colon there. Else spec string equals that like that. Now, what should happen is, I hope, it should go through there. It'll go through range of 9. It will check if door is null, right? So it'll be null if there ain't any more doors than 9. Eh, that isn't gonna work either, is it? 2D. Let's just go ahead and save. Well, let's clear that. Save room data. Room door specs, of course, is supposed to be I. So this loop, it's supposed to go in, it's supposed to get a door, it's supposed to check the door for null, which it will be null. Okay. Let's go to here. Let's go to clear this out. Let's go ahead and hit save. Invalid access. Of course. How dumb of me. This is gonna stay the same. Uh, so we're gonna do it this ways. If I is less than room.doors.length, door equals. So if there's two, it would be 0 and 1. So the first one would be 0. Then I in the range. Okay, I in the range of 9. Yeah. Length has the same. Where is that at? 139. Okay. D-line. Begins with D-lane. Door IDX. I declared but never used. Okay. That's actually alright. I don't really need those now. That. Let's clear this out. Let's go back to 2D. Let's go back to save room data. Okay, length is incorrect. Why is length incorrect? It's a function. And let's do that. And let's do this. And let's save it again. Invalid call. Well, how do I find the dang size of an array? Dot. Okay. GD script array length. Size. Oh, the len function. However, it's important to know that size is the preferred method. Okay, fine. We'll do size. I don't care. Size. And the size is a deal. Control S. Let's clear this out. Let's hit save room data again. Finally. And this one's only the. That's not right. Why is that not right? Dang it. Okay, fine. Let's go back to script. That's because else set string equals. Okay, let's do it one more time. Do the save room data. No. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what's going on. Dumb. Takes me off. Delete. Okay. Save. Okay. Before we do anything, let's go into here. Copy. Paste. Apply. Replace. Okay. Go back here. Reload save scene, which is fine. And let's go to go to that. Let's go to that. Okay, that's good. Now if I hit save, random villages, Cerulean 1. Oh no, that's right. Not Cerulean 1. The cave. This is actually the caves of Dragonmount here. Okay. Well, that's gonna get crazy. Cerulean and Cerulean 1 are not next to each other. Shadowlands to Shadowlands 1, Shadowlands 1 goes to Hebert Home, Hebert Home goes to Cerulean. Cerulean goes to the Caves of Dragonmount. Interesting. Oh, I see, because they're at the same numbers, they're next to each other, even though they're not. Okay, I get it. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's add ch colon space 2 comma space test colon space xxx test semicolon save room data door to test. Okay, now we do this. Let's see if it works. Save room data. Oh, but it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't refresh it though. Okay, but it did that properly. Okay, so let's see. It's the last thing I think. Uh, uh, look with the number. Okay. Okay, everything is working right. One last little issue, which isn't a big deal. I'm gonna have to maybe later. I don't know if I maybe can do it tonight, but I'll have to do a little bit of testing to make sure everything is working good. But I do have code that updates the door spec strings after adding the doors, but it isn't reflected in the room until I click another room node and then click back on the room that I just adding and removing. It isn't reflected into the room. Um, but deletion is not reflected in the room node until I click away and click back where the new array string visually updates. In other words, everything works, including updating spec strings, but it doesn't show it until I click off and click back. Including door creation, updating door specs array. However, there's a minor issue. The updated door specs array isn't visually reflected in the inspector. Okay, I should have said that in the first place. I always have problems explaining stuff. So, and that's the way that goes. We'll see what it says. While it's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and read this. To click. This is common behavior dynamically updating exported properties in ToolScript. Inspector refresh does not automatically refresh an exported property when its value changes automatically in ToolScript. The editor only updates the visual display when the node is deselected and reselected. Clicking away and back as this forces the inspector to reread the property. While create doors from specs updates room door specs correctly, e.g. clearing invalid entries or updating strings, the change isn't pushed into the inspector's UI until the refresh is triggered. Notify the editor of the property change. To make the inspector visually update immediately, you can notify Redot editor that door specs property has changed using property list change notify or notify in your Godot versions. This forces the inspector to refresh its display of the property. Isn't directly available on a node in GDScript, you can use a simpler approach. Trigger a pseudo update by emitting a signal or forcing a property update. However, the most straightforward method in this case is to ensure the editor knows the property is changed by updating door specs in a way that triggers a refresh or by reselecting the node programmatically. Fortunately, GDScript's tool scripts don't have a direct API to force an inspector refresh, but we can work around this by triggering a property update, reassign door specs to itself after modification to notify the editor, forcing a scene tree update. Optionally, deselect and reselect the node programmatically, though this is more complex, not as reliable. Since reassigning the property is the simplest, let's modify fix. You mentioned you doing this to reflect the current state. Here's how to adjust. Choice string, new door, update door specs to reflect, which I did. Force inspector refresh by reassigning temp equals room door specs, room.door specs equals temp. Okay. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Uh, var temp equals room dot door specs. Room dot door specs. Room dot door specs equals temp. Okay. So ch colon 2 comma test colon space xx test semicolon enter. Okay, and 2D save room data. Okay, got it. Now let's do the same thing. Enter, enter, and save room data. That did not force a refresh. Uh, it still doesn't update. However, what if I created a setter for the door specs? It should update like normal, correct? Because it will update each time, so it'll visually update when I type it in. Yeah, I guess I could just do that, and I could just do the value. And right, adding a setter is a good approach. By using the setter, you can specify. Yeah. Okay. I don't actually need to change any code other than adding this setter, I believe, because Redot G script always uses the setter when you add it. You're correct. Normal change. Okay, so let's just go to okay. I got it. I got it. Let's go to room. Let's go to where's the door specs, right? Um okay, n on set equals set door specs. Okay. Right? Func set door specs. And I don't need to do the case for this just because it's a setter. So door specs phone array. That door specs equals door specs. So, right, colon. And that should be all. And honestly, it should be all it needs. I think. And then let's go to 2D. Let's go ahead and we're going to clear this. And we are going to go ahead and save it. Which is fine. And then if I do this, sure, save it. Still doesn't trigger it. That didn't trigger anything either. I don't know what the deal is. Okay. Is there a way to refresh the inspector after updating in Godot? We'll just say Godot. Is there in Godot 4.3? Is there a way to refresh the inspector after updating an exported variable? Programmatically. Oh boy. Crasher, if you're still here, you're probably bored to tears. So you can, you don't have to stay around. Can be challenging because the inspector does not update in real time. You may need to manually refresh the inspector by clicking on something else and reloading the scene changes. You can try to update the node that contains the exported variable, or make a small change in the scene to force the inspector to refresh. However, these methods are not guaranteed to work. May require additional testing to ensure that they function as expected. And when was this? 2018. If you change the property of the value, this doesn't happen with export, so you have to manually refresh the inspector, click on something else. I think this is expected. The export is done, so you change the value. About the inspector not being refreshed, not about the change of the actual value, which occurs fine. I'm not changing the default, I'm changing the actual value of the exported variable. Have you tried this example? The example contains detailed instructions. If you click another node, click back the affected node, you will see the values changed. The inspector didn't refresh the change right away. I have the same issue. Considering property list change notify works, still works. Okay, let's see what Grok is saying. Does call the setter when the inspector doesn't always refresh automatically through expert properties in the tool script, even with the setter. Shares the properties updated in memory, but Redot's editor requires an explicit notification to refresh the UI. Simply defining set door specs isn't enough to force the inspector update to display it as the editor's property system It doesn't automatically propagate the change to the UI unless a specific signal or notation is triggered. Yeah, you added, right. That's pretty much it, right? It's being called, but it doesn't include any mechanism to notify the editor's UI refresh. And Redot, go to Redot, you need to explicitly notify the change, property list change notify method available in tool scripts is typically used for this, but it's not exposed directly in GDScript's public API. However, there's a workaround. You can use emit signal property list change by defining a custom signal or force a refresh by notifying the editor in another way. Isn't directly accessible. Let's define a custom signal in room.gd to notify the editor when door specs changes this and emit it in the setter. This will force the inspector to refresh its display immediately after the save operation. Okay. Reference to the editor map. Set door. Okay, I got it. Signal. Property list changed. Okay. All right. Let's copy this. All right. Let's see if we can do this again. We're in the room. Okay. And where do we want this? We'll do it under the doors array, I guess. You can do it up here, I think. I don't know if that. OS. In native class node T. Signal. With the line signal property list changed, I get this error. Yeah, I'm still awake. I'm just I don't know if you can tell. I'm still going back and forth. What time? It's 10 till midnight. So, in all honesty, I should be getting off here in just a sec. But I'm trying to get this stupid thing working. It's just the last thing. It's the last thing, and then I can go to bed. With the line signal property list change, I get this error. Just on a save. So maybe I just want to. Maybe I want to just send it. Maybe I don't need the signal up there. Maybe I just want the emit signal. That would be this deal, I think. So probably can just copy this and probably just use that. I bet. It's already defined. Okay. So, all right. So let's Control Z. And then let's do it in here. V. Okay. All right. I'm going to do this. Save room data. Then we're going to do this. And save room data. Aha! It works! It works! Woo! Finally got it working. That works. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm saying thank you to the AI, just because in the future they're going to be like humans, and so they're going to have hurt feelings and all the crap. They won't actually have hurt feelings, but they'll be programmed to act just like humans eventually. So it's good to be in practice of being polite and kind of mostly talking like you would to a human. Glad you consider admitting the population change visually. And with that, I might do some testing offline, not in the stream, just some extra testing. And if I run into any actual bugs that doesn't work, then I will actually fix the bugs while I'm on stream on Monday. So, Crasher, and if anybody's still in there, if anybody else is in there, or anybody is watching after the fact, let's see. Let's go ahead and Control S. Let's go ahead and do this, do that, do that. That's fine. And then we can just do this again. Whoop, whoop, whoop. CH. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's another interesting problem. Oh, but I know how to fix that. And that is... Here, let's do this. Okay. Let's look up symbol. Must exist, so it should be built-in signal class 1 inherited classes are easier to find signal. Variable number of arguments, so parameters can be passed as a comma separated list. Okay, so let's go back to room. Control C. Now let's just go ahead and do this so it doesn't do that, because I don't want it to. Did it save? Comma. Okay. That worked like normal. All right. So let's go ahead and go into editor map. And let's go ahead and say, and we don't need that. Shift tab. Like that. If I'm right, now it will just do it just when I hit the, and actually I probably don't need this either, because this probably doesn't work either. We'll save it like that. And what we'll do is we'll do this. Dest colon xxx test semicolon. Oh, test semicolon. Okay, we'll do that. Hit enter. Okay. Then what we'll do is we'll go to the 2D deal. We'll go to save room data. Okay. And then what we'll do here is we'll remove that. Then we'll say save room data. Nope, it didn't do that. You have to actually... I wonder something though. Let's try one more thing. Can I do room dot emit signal? Does that work? Control S. like that. Okay. Let's do this. CH colon, CH colon 2 comma space test colon space X test semicolon. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll save data. Okay, that's good. Now, what happens when I do this and I say room data? Bingo. Now it works like it's supposed to. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Finally, just in the nick of time, just in time for me to go to bed. And I want to thank you, Crasher, for being here. And like I said, I'll probably do some offline testing over the weekend. And so, yeah. Now, on Saturdays, I do I edit the clips. I edit the clips for the week into an update video that I'll eventually upload to YouTube and to Rumble. And you can cut. It's usually the same time as my other daytime stuff, my dev stuff. So my time would be 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to about 3:30. It's about the same, or sometimes 3. It kind of depends. Uh, so if India is like, you probably wouldn't necessarily be up for that. Then let's see what it was. Was it 8? Was it 8 or 9 hours? What time is it for you right now? It's just about midnight. So it's about ready to turn into Saturday. Current time in India, 9:29 a.m. So that's 9:29. It's not going to be 29. It's going to be like either 9 or 10. What time is it for you right now? Should be. That's not the current time. Time in India. Let's see what this says. What? Why does it say 9:30? Why would it be on the half hour for you? Um, clock. Time zones. Um, Current time is 12 midnight here. And that's correct. We got different areas there. Islamabad, Islamabad. Oh, okay, China. Australia. Interesting. Russia. Laos. Interesting. New Delhi. Oh, that's so weird. How can you guys have a half hour time zone? And how come Nepal has like 45 minutes? Isn't that weird? That's weird to me. Okay. Uh how come time in India is on the half hour when Most everywhere else is on an hour mark. Let's see what it says there. 30 minutes off from the nearest full hour time zone. This unique half-hour offset dates back to colonial times when the British Empire established a standard time for the subcontinent. India spans a large east-west distance covering what would normally be two time zones. To balance the time difference between the eastern and western parts of the country, India chose to adopt a time that is halfway between the two adjacent full-hour time zones, thus creating a 30-minute offset to ensure that time was more representative of the average solar time across the country, helping to synchronize activities and reduce confusion. Despite the convenience of a single time zone, there have been discussions about the possibility of India adopting two time zones in the future to better align with global business practice. India is not alone in this. Well, I don't like the idea of countries trying to align with global whatever. I mean, sovereign. You guys should be able to do what you want. So if you want, of course, it sounds like the Brits did that for you. So that may not be what most of you want, anyways. But that's so weird. I didn't think there was ever a place where anything wasn't on the hour like everywhere else. Uh, and and how come Nepal was showing 45 minutes instead of even the? I know Nepal is its own country, but even the 30 minutes like India or the hour like the rest of the world. Maybe it can, because the time zone was showing. Yeah. Uh, can you answer this? Why is it not on the hour like the rest of the world? Oh, forget that. Uh, okay. Well, time for bed and time for me to turn off the stream. So I will talk to you about the game on Monday. Thanks for helping. Enter. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I should always wait for it to answer, but that's okay. And let's see something here. How come Paul seems to be 45 minutes out of whack from the rest of the world? Uh, more close to the geographical solar time. Historically, we need uh, so local solar time, partly symbolic, differentiating Nepal from India, which uses half hour. The choices persist despite global standardization trends. This unique temporal identity. No other country uses 45-minute offset and outlier. India, Sri Lanka, and parts of Myanmar, or certain regions like Chatham Islands, but those are still earlier half-hour divisions. Interesting. Okay, well, anyways, thanks for a great collaboration. Okay, all right, so Crasher, then, I gotta bid you good night, and to anybody else who could have been listening, but probably aren't. You're probably the only one in here, too. But I need to get going, and so I'm going to go ahead and bid you good night, and I will talk to you later. Uh, Here. And then I have this, and I say thank you for watching, and yeah. So I'll see you later. Uh, Here, let's mute this.